Why $100,000 feels broke today. 10 or 15 years ago, making $100,000 a year meant you made it. It meant you were successful. It meant you were ahead of the average person. It meant financial security. Today, something strange is happening. Millions of people earn six figures and still feel broke. They feel stressed. They feel behind. They feel one emergency away from trouble. And the confusing part is this. They did what they were told to do. They went to school. They worked hard. They got promoted. They reached six figures. So why does $100,000 feel broke today? This video will explain exactly why, step by step, without hype, without shortcuts, and without fake motivation. The six-figure illusion. For a long time, six figures was a psychological milestone. It wasn't about math. It was about status. Six figures sounded rich, even if it wasn't. But the world changed, and the number didn't. Prices adjusted, expectations adjusted, costs adjusted, but salaries did not adjust at the same speed. So today, six figures feels powerful on paper, but weak in real life. The illusion still exists, but the buying power doesn't. Gross pay versus real pay. When someone says, I make $100,000 a year, they're talking about gross income. But gross income is fantasy money. You never actually touch most of it. Once taxes are taken out, federal, state, local, Social Security, Medicare, a huge portion disappears. In many places, $100,000 becomes $72,000, $68,000, sometimes closer to $60,000. That's before health insurance, retirement deductions, parking, commuting. So people aren't living on $100,000. They're living on much less. While trying to maintain a $100,000 lifestyle, that mismatch is where stress begins. Housing era has changed. Housing used to be manageable. Today, housing dominates everything. Rent has increased faster than wages. Home prices have exploded. Interest rates make ownership harder. In many cities, rent consumes 40 to 50% of take-home pay. Mortgages require massive down payments. Property taxes and insurance keep rising. Housing is no longer a foundation. It's a burden. And when half your income goes to a roof, freedom disappears. You're not broke, but you're trapped. Why location matters more than salary. A $100,000 salary means very different things depending on where you live. In some areas, it's comfortable. In others, it's survival. But most high-paying jobs exist in high-cost areas. So people earn more, but keep less. Higher rent, higher food costs, higher insurance, higher childcare. More money comes in, and even more goes out. Lifestyle inflation is invisible. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like progress. You don't suddenly become irresponsible. You just upgrade a little. A nicer apartment, a better car, more eating out, more convenience. Each upgrade feels earned, but together they consume every raise. So even at $100,000, there's nothing left at the end of the month. Not because you're bad with money, but because your lifestyle grew at the same speed as your income. The car payment problem. Cars quietly destroy high incomes. A higher salary convinces people they can afford bigger payments, longer loans, luxury brands. A $600 to $900 monthly car payment becomes normal. But cars do not create wealth, they extract it. Add insurance, fuel, maintenance, and depreciation, and thousands disappear every year. Transportation becomes one of the biggest drains on a six-figure income. Debt has become background noise. Debt used to be stressful, now it's normal. Student loans, car loans, credit cards, subscriptions, buy now, pay later. Debt quietly eats future income. So even if you earn well today, tomorrow is already spent. You feel broke because your money is already promised to someone else. Children, health, and real life costs. There are costs people don't like to talk about. Childcare can rival rent. Healthcare premiums keep rising. Insurance costs never stop. Emergencies are guaranteed. These expenses don't show up in budget advice, but they destroy margin. And without margin, even high income feels fragile. Why saving feels impossible. People earning $100,000 often ask, "Why can't I save?" The answer is simple. There's no room. After housing, transportation, debt, food, and life, nothing remains. Saving feels impossible because the system consumes income before it reaches you. Income does not equal wealth. Here's the truth most people miss. Income does not create wealth. Wealth comes from owning assets, keeping expenses low, investing consistently. Time. Most six-figure earners trade time for money, own liabilities, look successful but feel stuck. That's why the number feels empty. Why six figures is a dangerous place. Six figures is dangerous because you feel rich enough to spend, but not rich enough to stop working. You look successful, but lack freedom. That gap creates stress. Not poverty, not wealth, just pressure. The real takeaway. So no, $100,000 is not poor, but it's not rich. It's the new middle ground. Enough to survive, enough to appear successful, not enough to feel free, and unless you understand why it feels broke, it always will. If this video helped you understand money differently, subscribe. This channel is about clarity, not hype. More videos like this are coming.